The first order of business, it's this thing. Yes, I will be selling bamboo this season. However, it's not going to be my own shop. This is going to be a communal shop. As you can see, we have all the types of wood over here, which all the other crafters are selling. And I chose bamboo just because I'm lazy and it's easy to do. But we'll see how easy that will be since I will have to do the auto crafting and all that stuff. But since I've already built a couple of farms, why not build one more and actually have a really cool idea of how to add this farm into my actual main base. And I'm really excited to get this going now. And if you thought that this is going to be as easy as just coming over here and building the bamboo farm as you do, that is absolutely not the case. And not because I need anything, but because I want to build the farm a much different way than your regular bamboo farm. Or at least until I manage to start my main base. And you might be wondering what exactly is so special about this farm? Well, nothing really. The only thing is that I need bamboo fast and I don't want to AFK too long to get it, like all the other farms actually require you to do. So I'm going to be building a bamboo bone meal farm. So obviously, in order to use bone meal for the bamboo, I need to actually make some bone meal. So I'm gonna have to make a moss farm. And as I wanted to kind of do things this season is to actually try to design this bone meal farm myself. I don't think I built a bone meal farm before, but I kind of feel like it's more or less the same situation as a basalt farm, where you kind of need to push the stone and the bone meal will just form. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna get this done and it's gonna get working. And then I'm finally going to get the bamboo farm sorted and start selling some of that as well, which would be very handy. And just when you think that a farm it's hard, it actually can get even harder because you don't have the materials. And that is exactly why we are visiting Shash and Kogi's fantastic shop over here. If you guys didn't see it, I don't know if it's an episode or not, but keep an eye on their channel. I'm going to be needing lava for this farm, for the bone meal farm. And because I can never find lava, I need to get some dripstone to make it a bit more renewable. So 1 diamond, 1 stack. I don't need a stack, but we're gonna get a whole stack. I'm gonna set up some cauldrons, put a lava block on top of them, and hopefully get a bit more rather than always trying to find lava somewhere in the world. Especially that I'm near an ocean and that's pretty hard to come by. So I will need some cauldrons for this, and luckily I set up this very easy iron farm very early on, and I definitely have a good bit of iron. It's not a lot because I usually don't hang around much around this base area, but that's why I want to build a few more farms here to actually be around more and have this farm running. Lava goes in, and hopefully by the time I finish building this moss farm and I will be needing the lava to actually generate the stone, I hope I will have at least 1 cauldron over here. So I've been struggling a good bit over here, so I said I'll bring you over in creative and show you my thought process. So obviously we need the stone that's gonna get converted into moss from down below over here. I tried to kind of use just regular pistons because I don't currently have any slime balls on the CraftWorks SMP, but unfortunately I don't think that's possible, or at least not to do it both ways. So I ended up using sticky pistons over here. So I know that the stone needs to form on this level over here, get pulled down by the pistons, and then pushed by these ones over here that's gonna break the moss. So I'm working only on one side currently, just because I'm just gonna duplicate what's over here. So the one thing that remains to kind of figure out is how exactly to trigger these pistons. That's the issue that I have right now, because I was trying to do it in a way that wasn't working for whatever reason, because I don't understand redstone as good. So I'm trying now to figure out what's the best way to do it. So as far as I know, this won't work. Oh, it will work. Okay, so I guess that makes it a bit easier then. I can just do this, right? And then expand the redstone over on this side. Yeah, but see, this doesn't work anymore because it can't actually come from the side. That worked just because it was a single piece of redstone, but now it won't work anymore. However, I think if I do this instead, I think this might work. Do I not have a big enough delay here? Yeah, that doesn't work either. So it only works when there's a single piece of redstone here. And yeah, the sticky triggers first and then the other one triggers second. So what I need to figure out is how exactly do I trigger these pistons first, these second, so the stone gets pushed. And I think I finally figured it out. The solution was to add some torches underneath these pistons, so basically they're always extended, and then when I trigger the redstone, they get pulled back and this one gets pushed over here. And I also measured that these pistons won't be able to push over that piston, because that would be a problem if that would happen. So now I just need to come up with how to make the stone above these, and I think I will have a pretty much working contraption, at least to create a stone. Alright, so I'm gonna be real with you guys. I spent about 4 hours trying to figure this thing out. I started to get cobblestone, the moss wasn't generating, the lava was getting replaced by stone because it was getting pushed too fast. I have troubleshooted so many things, it's actually insane, but it actually is finally working. So to prove you that it's working, here is fully operational. I noticed that this piston needs to break whatever it's on top of the moss block for it to work. I did not know that, and it took me a very long time to figure it out. But as you see here, it does work. There's a decent amount of moss being generated. Obviously, it's not that much, but I feel like I achieved the goal that I actually managed to make a fully functional farm. However, I think that farm is way too complicated and it doesn't really produce as much as I need. It kind of breaks, cobblestone still forms. I think I got some timings wrong, so I definitely need to revisit that and try to come up with my own design. But in the meantime, you might be hearing this thing behind me working. I built this fairly quick. It was designed by Basic Redstone. I'll try to remember to put the link down in the description, but you probably already know about them. And it's a really, really good design. It's working fine. There's no cobblestone forming. It's fairly fast as well, I need to say. One modification that I've done is to put these two repeaters over here on 4 ticks rather than 3, just because we are on a server and sometimes the lag kind of messes up and it will generate cobblestone. So better be safe than sorry. I don't have to replace anything if it happens. So this is what this looks like. I actually have to put a layer of glass here so things don't actually get stuck on top of those. But we do have a decent amount of bone meal getting generated over here. So I started with 8 bone meal in this and we are now at 17 over here. And I've actually already built some sort of bamboo farm. I wouldn't call it a bamboo farm, but I kind of made a really quick and easy over here. I got 16 bamboo so far. Obviously, the farm needs to actually produce a bit more bone meal before this one kicks in. But to show you what it is, it's just one piece of bamboo with a dispenser over here and a piston above it that completely breaks everything. And that's pretty much it. This is definitely not fast by any means, and I'm kind of reconsidering my decision now, which kind of seems to be happening pretty often lately. I think I'm just gonna keep this farm anyway because I'll need some bone meal and all that. But it was running for about 5 minutes or so and I've got 25 bamboo. And I feel like if I would just make a passive bamboo farm that would just generate while I'm around, it would be a bit faster than what this is. So regardless of that, we're gonna have a bone meal farm over here in case we need any bones, which you always do, to be honest, when it comes to bone. There's bone blocks, there's bone meal, you always need that. So it's good to have the farm. I'm happy that I made it and actually learned a couple of things along the way while I tried to design my own. But I do think that I'm going to be going to AFK a bit at my raid farm because I'm running out of emeralds. I need to restock some shops. And I am definitely not being able to keep up with all the emeralds that I need to stock up all those shops and also do my trading. AFKing was done. All the shops were restocked. And I will take back what I said about this farm because I was a bit of a fool. And the farm is actually working properly. I think it could go a bit faster if I would tweak it, which I will definitely do because I don't like how everything looks like in here. But I had a separate dispenser over like on this spot over here. So all the bone meal would be getting into this dispenser first rather than the one that's currently here. So I had the full dispenser and then this one was barely getting any bone meal and that's why it was so slow. But like you can see, while we are just talking and while that last couple of seconds, I've already got almost half a stack over here. So it's kind of producing okay. I can't really complain. I feel like once I'm gonna modify it and I'm gonna drop this down and make an actual proper dispenser over here, once I get a sticky piston and stuff, it's definitely going to be much faster. And also with the farm stopped, this is pretty much the rate of bone meal that I'm getting. So it's definitely not the fastest, but I feel like it's definitely very sustainable because I don't know how much bamboo I'll actually need for now, and once I actually start my full base, I'm definitely gonna have a much better farm than this one. So while that moss farm runs in the background and make me a bit more bamboo, I am on the way to meet with Blaze because I know he has a honey shop and I have a good few bottles, so he might be in need of them. I know we spoke about it earlier, like earlier in the season, which was a very long time ago, but I think he's in need of some bottles, so I'm gonna go try and see if I can get something out of it, like I always do, because I like to get free stuff. So he should be at his honey shop over here, so let's see if he's around. Long story short, after a Windows update, I didn't realize that all my settings got messed up as they usually do, and nothing that I recorded with Blaze actually got properly recorded because there's no voice of his on the recording. But to make a long story short, he doesn't actually need any bottles, so that business kind of went through. But I have a bit of an idea further down the line what we can use the bottles for, so stay tuned for that. And since it was a pretty long time since my last episode, today is actually the day of the dragon fight. So we're gonna meet up with everyone and finally kill that dragon and get some shulkers and wings. we all gather around just so we can take some screenshots before our first dragon fight. And then Norm gave us a really good speech to get into this dragon fight and make sure that no one dies. But because I had no sound whatsoever being recorded, you will have to watch his episode to actually hear the monologue. Using the old ender pearl trick, I just spawned back here at spawn instead of at the bed at the stronghold, and I definitely need to right click a bed before I die and spawn there by mistake. Unfortunately, after that dragon fight, I wasn't able to actually go end raiding. It was pretty late for me, so I had to log off and head to bed. However, I got word that Lane and Blaze went end raiding, and they got us an elytra, which should be in Millie's mail. So let's check that out. Also, I totally forgot to actually check the mail, so I don't even know if there is anything else in here, but I guess we're gonna see. Adventurers wanted, see Millie for details. Okay, I definitely need to see Millie for that. Especially the really cool builds that she's making. I'm not gonna spoil anything, you guys should watch her episodes if you want to see what she's building, but up around this area, there's some really cool buildings. And of course, we have our elytra. Sky's the limit. Yay! Now all I need to do is actually go and buy some rockets so we can actually fly. And also I'm gonna leave 1 diamond for Blaze and then 1 diamond for Lane over here, just because they got us the elytra. They didn't have to, but it's really nice of them to do so. So let's head over to the shopping district and actually buy some rockets and finally fly. And for that, we're gonna be going over here at the Snowman. I don't remember the name, but we're gonna check it out in a second. And if you didn't figure it out yet, this is the place where we're gonna buy rockets and also TNT. I think this shop is made by Ted, Emmy, and someone else. I'm not really 100% sure who that is. And it's called Frosty's Firework Emporium. So TNT, 1 diamond per 32. That's not bad for when we need some. Rockets, 1 diamond a stack. They're gonna be making bank with this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be buying 3 stacks for now. I don't think I need that much. I'm not gonna fly that much yet, and obviously hopefully soon they're gonna lower the prices and sell by shulker box and stuff. I know they have a lot of farms going, so I don't know if I'm gonna bother making my own farm, and I'm just gonna buy them from them, especially that I'm making pretty good diamonds lately. So now let's put our wings on. Here we go, we have them. Put the rockets and our first flight. Oh my god, this feels absolutely amazing. And also, I completely forgot that I have this elytra mod. I don't know what to think about it. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of trippy the way it works. It kind of makes it look really cool when I spin around and stuff like that. But I feel like it kind of creates a bit more nausea effect than anything else. I feel like maybe for some cinematic shots this would be pretty cool, but I don't know if I want to use this as a kind of daily kind of thing. Let's see, can I land over here and not die? Okay, I took a bit of damage there, but yeah, I definitely don't think I'm gonna be flying with that unless I want to showcase something. So this is how normal flying looks like. It definitely feels so much nicer to fly with this the cinematic effect just adds so much to the flying experience. But I feel like I definitely need to have the hotkey, which I actually do, and disabled it to be able to actually land and not die every single time. So once again, thank you very much, Lane and Blaze, for this. It's absolutely amazing to have the wings finally, and I can't wait to finally get some shulker boxes as well, because transporting anything and the state of my ender chest, it's not fun anymore. I wanted to say that I hiked all the way up here to Millie's build, but I actually have wings now and I just flew here because it's so much faster. So I think Millie's waiting for us inside, so let's go check out what exactly is this whole adventure guild thing. Hello? Anyone home?
Hello. Hey.
Oh, there she is.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
So I found something in my mailbox here saying that some adventurers wanted and to contact you.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Adventure Guild West. This is going to be the tavern, and I have to decorate it this episode, I think. But this is going to be where all the adventurers can come, and I'm going to have like a quest board, and I need adventurers, and
I like
that
quests.
would be perfect if you like doing quests and adventures, because like the Adventure Guild needs to be protected from or like, you know, because we've got a pillager problem. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
Yeah, I did notice those pesky pillagers lurking around. Yeah, definitely. Kind of hard not to see them.
No, they're like everywhere, and Cube apparently, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you've talked to Cube, but Cube Prospector, I think he's cursed, and I think the pillagers are behind it. So I decided I was going to make this the stronghold against evil.
Yeah, I mean, you need to find supplies to fight the pillagers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We can't just be fighting them bare hand. I mean, we could, but it's not ideal.
Yeah, exactly. So I take it you would be in on doing something like that and doing some
for sure.
Ooh, exciting! I think. Are you the first adventurer? I think. Well, no, I kind of brought Emmy and Teddy and stuff, and I told them that they had to be adventurers too. But
force their hand a bit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the first willing one.
You're the first willing one that actually came over to the guild and said, "Hey, I want to do this thing." So that is absolutely great. I don't have any like the things yet to prove you're I'm going to be giving out root beer mugs once Shash makes my thing, just like Puddle and like your lollipop. Once I have that, I'm going to hand that out to all the official adventurers.
I can wait. Yes.
Sweet. Yeah. Hopefully next time this will also be decorated and not just a big empty box.
Yeah, I mean, even like this is still... I feel like you've got this corner kind of done enough to have a starting talk like we just did.
Yeah. It's the start of the bar, and then we're going to have a lot of other stuff and some cozy hideaways and some adventure rooms and stuff like that. Just haven't quite got there yet. Oh, spire trim. Sweet.
I need to get myself trimmed up.
Yeah, I need to go down and get some wings. I am currently wingless, so I need to go down. Lane said he left me a pair from last night, so I'll have to go.
Yeah, I got mine from the mailbox.
Yeah, so I'll leave your invite, or I'll leave your like official thing in your mailbox at some point, or I'll come over to your base whenever you're got that up and running.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see where's the best place. Not much of a base currently.
Not much
except a field with farms in it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we can talk it out, and then whenever you got the mug ready, then we can meet up and make it official.
Yeah, and then I'll have a board. So I'm going to have a big like quest board up here where you can just take jobs off of it. And if you have a job for somebody being a venture, you can also request other adventurers to do jobs for you too. So you'll be able to just put stuff up on the board once it's here.
Right. Okay. I like this. I like this Adventure Guild already.
Nice. I'm very excited to have you on board, Yuki.
Likewise. Can't wait. I will keep the paper until I get the official one. Then
yep, keep the paper. I'm glad you came to grab it.
Perfect. Well, thank you for the invite, and yeah, hopefully we'll get on fighting those pesky pillagers over there soon enough.
Yeah, I'm a little I'm a little worried about him because I don't know if you noticed, but I've got they've encroached on my territory now. So
yeah, I've seen a bit of gray here. It
yeah,
it kind of pops really well next to your whole color.
Yeah, it's very stark, and they've left me a book, and yeah, they've left me a quest, and I'm gonna have to Cube Prospector probably decipher it for me because I don't know what exactly they're wanting. So I'm a little nervous about that, but and whether or not I actually want to do what they're asking or just say forget you and do my own thing. And make them more angry, so we'll see.
I mean, we got the guild going now.
Meantime, Yuki, keep an eye out in the meantime for those pillagers, because
I sure will.
They're wily ones.
I'll keep an eye on my mailbox because I remember that there is a mailbox today, so now I need to remember to check it.
Yep.
Thank you for the invite once more, and I will talk to you soon. I will fly some direction. I don't know where I am, but I'll fly for the second time.
Fly for the second time.
Yes. Okay, well, I will see you soon. Bye.
Right, sounds good, Yuki. Bye.
So now that we are part of the Adventure Guild, we are going to be waiting for that official invitation with the building looking gorgeous above our shoulders, watching over here from Mikey's castle. I think it's time to pretty much end the episode. I feel like we achieved a good few things. I learned a few things about redstone, and we are going to prepare for an adventure by the looks of it. As always, thank you for watching. I do appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and share your thoughts below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Until next time, happy crafting!